Hey, this is Mr. Elmhorst with the math lesson. We're going to be taking a look at the lateral and total surface area of 3D figures. So this is lesson 1 as we're moving into 3D geometry. So first, we're going to identify a base shape and we're going to shade it in. And that base shape is for the 3D figure. How do we know which one is the base shape? We need to know what perpendicular is, and the base is going to have a perpendicular 90-degree height. So here, if we look at this, shape on the bottom of the box, if we pick this one as our base, shade it in, then we look for a 90-degree straight up angle, a perpendicular rising, going up direction, and that is going to be the height of the figure. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that this is upright. Now, one thing we need to add in here, the net of this shape, what is the name of this shape if we pick this as the base? That is a rectangle. Now, just the base. I guess from this angle it does look like a parallelogram, but it's only because of the skewed view. So this is going to be a rectangular something. So if we go perpendicular up, we go straight up, and there's an identical congruent shape on the other side of the shape, then that is called a prism. So this is going to be a rectangular prism. Okay, so we got the rectangular prism, and now we're going to make something that's called a net. So think of UPS, FedEx, Amazon. When you get those boxes or you see those boxes and you break them down, you cut them down the vertices, and that three-dimensional box can now fold out into a two-dimensional shape. Well, that three-dimensional box that folds into a two-dimensional shape is called a net. So if this is the base and we fold down the left side, we would have a rectangle on the left that's over here. If we fold down the right side, we'd have a rectangle on the right. If we fold down the back side, we'd have a rectangle over there. And if we fold down the front side, now it looks like a big old mess. All right, we would have 5 sides to shape. What other part are we still missing? The top. So you can put the top anywhere you want. I'm going to put it over here just because I typed. Let me move this. Yeah, this might work. So we can use the name over here. That's a rectangular prism. And I'm going to move the top up here. So this is the top, and this is the base. So now we're going to use this two-dimensional shape to help us find lateral surface area. And another word for lateral is going to be the area of the sides. So you could find the area of 1, 2, 3, 4 sides separately. You could do that, but if we find the perimeter of the bottom, if we find that perimeter and then multiply it by the heights, that would give us the same answer as finding all the individual areas. So let's look at the perimeter. The base has a dimension of 6, 3, 6, 3. So if we find the perimeter, what's the perimeter of the base of that shape? So 6 and 6 is 12, 3 and 3, so the perimeter is going to be 18. And then how tall up? How far up did we go? 4. So the height of the prism. So the perimeter times the height will give us the area of all the side faces of that shape. Go ahead and multiply that out. Okay, you guys worked it out. So then how many square inches does it take to cover the side of that box? 72 feet squared. Its area, so put your label over there. All right, so that's the area of just the sides. What other two parts do we need area for? The base and then the top and the bottom. Okay, so the lateral area, we're just transferring it. So it's perimeter times 4. So that's 72. So we just transfer that over there. Now we need the base area. So the base area is going to be 6 times 3 times 2. 6 times 3 times 2 of them. Why do I have this stuff all backwards? I have all the equals on the left and the work on the right. I don't know why I did that. So 6 times 3 is 18 times 2 is 36. So the lateral area is 72. The base area is 36. Now we put it all together, lateral area plus base area, and that will give us the total surface area. 108, and don't forget the label, feet squared. All right, so that is a rectangular prism. And now the other one, some kids are going to look at this, don't shade this in, but I'm going to shade it in. So if we go here, do we have a perpendicular opposite shape on the other side? So when you're determining the base, we need to figure out where is the perpendicular opposite end shape. So basically, when we're trying to set a prism upright, what is the base shape? The base is the one that has a perpendicular congruent opposite shape. So we can label this base. And it's going to look unusual, but each one of these faces are rectangular. So here's a rectangular face. Here's a rectangular face. So we just draw a rectangle going out and a rectangle going out and a rectangle going out. And then we still need the other congruent opposite base, and we can call that the top. And then we can label our three-dimensional shape. We're going to label it by using the base shape name. And what is the base shape? And adjective is triangular prism. Okay, so now we got our net done. Now we're going to set up the perimeter. The perimeter is going to be around the base. So that's 4, 3, 5. You could do 4, 5, 3, 3, 4, 5, but 4, 3, 5. And that's going to give us a perimeter of 12 meters. And what is the height with the perpendicular right angle measurement? The height is 6. So perimeter times height will give us the lateral surface area. So 12 times 6, 72 meters squared. Okay, all right, let's get this done before we take a break for lunch here. So lateral surface area, the sides, is 72 meters squared, and that came from multiplying perimeter times the height of the 3D figure. Now we need to find the base area. The base area is going to be a length and a height for the triangle. So it's 4 times 3. 5 is not needed for the area. We need perpendicular measurements. So 4 times 3, okay, divided by 2 because it's a triangle. So we have 6 for the area. The area of one of these is 6, and then there's 2 of them. So the area of both bases is 12 meters squared. So now we put it all together. Side area, base area, total area. And don't forget the meters squared on the last part.